Hey dreamers, this is Jechta Plays, and this is the final episode of the Secret Santa. We made it. It's been a long journey, and if you have been following me, this whole journey of Secret Santa, a community event that's been organized by YahDeh, go check her out on Twitch, on Twitter. I think she's also on other social medias as well, but check her out on Twitch, twitch.tv/YahDehTV. Always do lovely streams, and you should watch that. And she made a community event and was asking me if I wanted to join, and of course I want to join. So I said like yes, of course, and I didn't really. There was like one last year as well, a year before. Didn't really take part of that one, sadly. Chaotic years in the past, but I joined this one, and well, we have been a long journey. This is the episode 40 in total. 40 episodes. That's like 40 hours of working time. A little bit more, like 40-hour plus, because like as I said in the previous video, I am going to like fine-tune the last little bits, and then I'm going to upload it because like the deadline was like super like strict and everything like that. So the moment of recording right now, the deadline is already over. Like it has already been out there, and you can like check that right. You can also check this creation right yourself, and also check please check the original game of Valhalla as well. It's a very fun game. So I don't think I need to like explanation too much if you have been previously followed me, but basically it was for Christmas and it was a community event, and you got like a picked a random person from the Dreamverse and to make a gift for that. And I decided to do a little bit of an ode, or like to like a little bit of a gift to one of their creations, one of their game. Actually, it was a game called Guyber Tyson or something, Gabra Tyson, and I will put a link in the description below here, so you can check out that creation yourself and play that and give it some thumbs up and stuff like that, and follow the person. And I want to do a little bit of an ode to that, but I did something in the last couple of hours. I think that I worked maybe 3-4 hours of recording. I didn't want to make like 3 more or 4 more videos, simply because like it was mostly fine-tuning stuff, added music, and added little props here and there still, but not too crazy. But yeah, it was just like deadline, and I really wanted to just like fine-tune stuff. But overall, it's the same, except for a few props here and there and some errors that I came across too. So I will going to explain this video a little bit of like what did I add in the like of the recording, so I can still see what I did. After this video, it's going to be a way shorter video than normal. And after this, I will do, of course, one time a full version, so you can like watch the whole full version on this video. And then after that, I will do a side-by-side comparison a little bit, so you can see where the real game, how the real game is like, and how and then my so you can see where it comes from if you have not played the game yet. So you know, like, oh, this is from, now you understand why I made that scene. First of all, we're going to talk a little bit of like what I add. I add some, well, fire we already had, but I didn't really had was that the fire was like sitting on something. It didn't have firewood, and didn't have like a fire, I don't know what it's called, like a thing where you put the fire blocks onto. I didn't really had that I didn't make that in the recordings. It's a very simple thing. It's just like a mirror mode of like a creation. I made some like a simple design. It's not something special, but and also some firewood I made, very simple. I can show you a little bit. I will take it out so you can see how it made it. It's very simple. Just made basically I cloned this window. I cut like the part under here in 2 halves, so you had 2 different halves. And I repainted that and gave it a glow, so like it's like this, like how without looking at it, and then like this is like a glow. So I made that as a firewood block. So that's what we did, and yeah, that's for the fire. And I also did something else off the stream as well. Sorry, not off the stream, but off the recording is I put some extra candles here. It's maybe not the best candles that I made, but it's just like very like in the distance shot anyway. So I kind of like cloned this one here. Like this is the we made in the videos. I cloned that one and made it a little bit longer, smaller, longer. So you had like I should have and this is like, of course, always after you have been releasing stuff. I should have maybe put like the candle wax a little bit like down the whole thing, so like it should have been well, it's yeah, now it's too late now, but now that I'm seeing it, like, oh yeah, I should have done that. Well, but that's like what I added as well, 2 candles into the scene, so it was like a little bit more things standing on the fireplace, because like it was very boring, I was so to say. If I had more time, I would have probably put like a train here going on in circles, but that's like yeah, that would have to been too ambitious. I put here some Santa hats. This is not that I made in behind the scene. I made this myself, but not in the time period. This is from last year that I made that. You can use that, it's free to use in the Dreamverse, so pick that one up if you use. I have 2 versions. I have one with a straight up and one like down, but I really want like in Christmas like a Santa hat here, because like Secret Santa, so I lay down my Santa hat, and so basically like, the idea was like, this is my home, and then like rethinking in the fire, and then reveal the actual scene. That was like the surprise element, basically. And this one was not the surprise element. It was just like for the additional to it, the leading to the moment of the actual reveal. Even though I spent both quite a long time on it, I think maybe half. I think I kind of you have to watch it back, of course. I think half. I think that the halfway I did the other scene and halfway this scene. Spend a lot of time on this scene as well, but the actual scene after this, that's the scene where it's the most important part, of course. I should have maybe put a little bit more decorations here and there now that I see it, but yeah, well, that's always like talking after it. I think that I changed a few extra gift boxes here. Changed a little bit of the placements on it. I see that something is like colliding with the other one. Whoops, daisy. I'm not sure if I did also record this part where you can see actually that they are moving around. I'm not sure, by the way. But I'm not sure if I did actually do a moving part, but that's also what I did. So they're moving in I made some force applier to it and let them yeah, because like fire gives smoke and gives like a little bit of like of course like there's some like movement out of it, and maybe I don't know, there's somewhere else a window open, and so they're moving a little bit just so that like it's looks a little bit more alive, so to say. So that's what I did, and that's actually much for this particular scene. What I added to oh, and well, of course, the little trees here. I just cloned this tree here, so I just cloned that what we made in the video and just made it very small and tiny. Added some snow on it, so it's like a little like a mini town happening here, even though there's no buildings and stuff like. But that was like my first idea. My actual idea is to have like a mini town happening here with like a train going on and stuff like that. I will maybe like because I didn't really release this version for this year's Christmas, or not this year's, but you're watching this of course already in 2023, but like in last year's Christmas, I didn't really release it as a separate video, so I'm probably going to release this in the upcoming Christmas event, so I have already something, and then I will maybe going to maybe can like make the whole room. I don't know, like we can do that right now, and I mean we have all the assets now. The scene is a little bit expensive. I will show you. It is 60% of graphics turbo. Now, that is not super, it is high, but especially for such a small scene. Gameplay turbo is 8%, so that's not too bad. And audio is just 1% because there's like, yeah, only simple music going on. The music is half me and half someone else. I searched for like in public domain, of course, Christmas song, but it was only halfway done, so I had to do the other part basically. I'm not very good of musician, so I had to. There was a lot of trial error to get the right notes to it, but I think I kind of have it now. It's still not perfect, but yeah, that's what we did. Added some music. Yeah, that's basically what I have been added into the additional scene. I added some also what I add is some extra snow here on this side. I did not do it on the recording. You're not really seeing it much from the scene, like the camera's like zooming out, but you will see a little bit of like snow happening here on the side and a little bit down, so like a little bit of an extra detail. Now, I'm not really a big fan of the trees here, because like when I was first making this, I had not really liked the idea that my camera's coming from outside to inside. That was not the first idea that I had, and I decided to do that later on. And so I first like, I don't really need to have a high detail version of a tree for that scene. But now that I'm thinking of it, maybe I should have put a little more effort to the trees as well. But it is what it is. So yeah, that's like for this scene. So I'm just going to close this down. We're not going to save it. And we're going to the other one, because in this one, in the second reveal, basically the one that is going to reveal the well, the remastered version, remake version of a tiny part of the original game, Gabriel Tyson. You can actually play this game a little bit, so you can actually walk inside here. What I mostly did in the recording part, outside of the recording part, is a little bit fine-tuning stuff. I had some additional text happening. So if you're going to play this scene, you get like the let me turn off the background music. So you have first like the normal intro that you always saw, like it says presents also with the text. You're not seeing it, Shark is in front of that. But also like presents, and then it stays like that. I was first thinking, should I already put the title of the game in here or not? Am I going to put my own name in it? And I'm like, nah, I don't want to show off or anything like that. So I didn't really do that. I was just like, I wanted to make it very subtle. I was like, say presents, and then it's more of like a little bit like a teaser demos, so to say. That was maybe the idea that I already had, of course, but that's something I really want to do. So presents, and then you're going into the gameplay. So what I did, I added some text, so you can like actually like walk around in the scene. So use L and R2, or like L and R to look around. So if you actually use both of the sticks, so this is like only looking left and right, so the text still stays in the scene. But if I'm also going to use now as you can walk, then it disappears. So then the game knows like, okay, you now understand that you need to use these things. And so you can like move around a little bit. This little like above the pipelines, I add a little bit extra ceiling to it. I was not really happy with the original, mine original, because these things were not in the game itself, but like I only had like the pipes first, and it looked very weird. Like it looked like they were like floating somehow, and even though I had like placed those hangers on these pipelines, but it didn't really felt like right. So I changed a little bit in the design. It is a little bit of like, yeah, I don't know. I really want to, of course, stay as close as possible to the original game. That's of course the main focus. But I really want to add a little bit more detail to it, like with pipes and steam and cables and stuff like that. So make it a little bit more alive. But I really didn't like the cable, like the pipes here. So I had to to add a very simple ceiling to that. So that's what I did as well. And then we have here another text saying hold R2 to sprint. So if you do that, and also disappears once you're using it. So now we can actually sprint in the scene as well. And well, you have like not many options here. You can like look left or go straight forward. You can go left. No, you already know that this is like the door that doesn't want to get open. There's a lot of fire happening. In the real game, you can actually go inside of Valhalla's game, so you can actually go inside and see and play a very cool game. Well, the siren's going off. Did I do much on the? No, I don't think so. I don't think I added extra to this. And what I also add was that the activate button. This is something that I didn't do on the recording side as well. So if you're pressing activate, the door is going to open. You get like another cutscene. The door goes open and then it reveals the name and then says like Gabber Tyson, and then like remastered with question mark and an exclamation mark. Because of course not, but it's just for a joke. A little bit of an ode, of course. So that's basically what I've been doing in this scene off recording. It's not much, as you can see. Like there's a lot is still the same. It's just this extra ceiling that I added, and then button that says activated. So you're going to activate the door, and in the game, in the real game. Oh, I'm no longer connected to Dreams, as always. They probably have a new update, as always. Probably the screen, the intro screen has been updated, so you have to download 100 MB again, which takes forever on the PlayStation 4 base. Nah, it is what it is. But yeah, so that's like what it's like. Oh, and there's one more thing that I also changed off the recording is these stripes. When I was like first remaking this part, this little scene, I reused like this line also on this door because like I was struggling so hard to get these things right. And what little did I knew when I was like working on the door, I was like, oh wait, I can just do it like this. And like, oh yeah, I should have thought of that earlier. So so that's what I did as well off the recording. Add loads to the stripe, just how it is also in the game. This is actually how that also is in the game. I try to stay, like I said, as true as possible with the original one. Make it a little bit more, more like lines and everything like that. And that's basically, I think that's all it. The rest you have all seen in the whole process of me doing this in the past 39 videos, 39 hours actually. So sort of. So yeah, so that's basically what I did. I'm going to play the scene. Let me first activate so I will show you what happens with the door. So if you activate, then you get another cutscene, and then the door slowly goes open, just how it also is in the real game. But then you're going to actually like jump into an airship. I really wish I had time to make the airship as well. But Gabber Tyson remastered, question mark, of course, because like it's not real. And that's basically it. Then the door triggers the end of the game, and well, that's it. I am going to edit this. Normally I don't do that. I'm not editing videos, but I'm going to make an exception for this one. I'm going to edit in this video, and I will show you. I'm going to show you the full, the whole thing. I will do that right now, and then after I'm going to make an edit, and then I'm going to do like comparison between the original game and this little section, so you can understand. If you have not played this game yet, then you at least know and understand why I made this, and why it's like been built like this. For Valhalla, if the person is watching this video and I'm still not connected to the Dream server, great. For Valhalla, if you're watching this, I'm happy that I'm glad that you liked the present. I also liked my present, by the way. It was Falkovich who had me with a little sharky. I will stream that on my own channel, twitch.tv. Follow me there. But yeah, it was really fun to do, and hopefully I can do it next time as well. If YahDeh is going to do this event again, hopefully I can take part of this event. It was really fun to do. I was maybe a little bit too ambitious, so maybe next year I'm going to maybe hold a little bit more closer and smaller. I was very ambitious to this, but in the end, I had a ton of fun to do this. And like I said, it was just like an ode, a fan. You see it as a fan made creation basically for Valhalla, who made the actual game. And so check that actual game out. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to do the full video, and then after I'm going to cut and make like a gameplay video of the actual game section, or where it's like it's all about, and then like the and on my version. I'll try to make it so that I'm walking in the same way as how the game is. But then you will understand a little, like, then you can see the comparison between the two. For now, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Don't go anywhere yet. Just watch, of course, the final part. That's you can see the final version. But I really want to say thank you so much for being in here. If you have been watching this all along, like in the last 39 videos, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you like this or not. And let me know if you actually have seen everything. Let me know as well. So I'm going to say, as always, don't forget to dream, everybody, and see you next time. Bye bye. Don't go anywhere yet.